Hi everyone, welcome back. I've hit 1,000 subscribers, so thanks so much for that. The new subscribers and the ones that have been with me for a while. You're going to get a bonus squeeze video because I know I like them and hopefully you do too. This was a hand brought to me from a teams match, and you are the south hand, and you end up in 5 diamonds just going through the auction. West Open, this isn't against Gib, this is against actual people. West Open, 1 heart in 3rd seat. Your partner is North, did a takeout double. East bid 2 diamonds, which was alerted as a good raise to 2 hearts. So East has a jury-esque type hand, and 2 hearts would have been preemptive and weak, and 2 diamonds is a constructive raise to 2 hearts. And you decide to bid 3 diamonds. You didn't have any kit here. You didn't know whether you were playing Lebensal or anything. So you thought, well, got to get in there. I'll bid 3 diamonds and see what happens. And then partner then just forces you to game. You bid 4 diamonds as like the weakest sounding thing you can do over 3 hearts, and partner still bids game anyway. And they lead the ace of hearts, and you can see partner's got their bid. If you can make a free 3 diamond bid, partner's just going to force the game. And the sad news for you is that partner's got 2 hearts, which wasn't impossible on the bidding. But it does mean you're going to lose the first 2 heart tricks, assuming they cash ace and king at trick 1. So they go ace of hearts. Small, 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 and then they play the jack of hearts to the king, okay? And then they play the 10 of hearts to your queen. Okay, so you've lost 2 tricks, you need to make the rest, and so you need to find the queen of diamonds, whether you take the finesse or play to drop it, and you need to either get an extra spade trick or take a club finesse to get rid of your 2 losing clubs. You can throw 1 club on the king of spades, but you've got another one to throw away. And so at this point, we think about, well, we've got a decision here what to throw from dummy. Probably some sort of small black card, and which one's better? It's probably a club. You can still take the finesse. So let's throw the club now. But at this point, you want to stop and think technically from what you want to do. And more importantly, listen to the auction. What's gone on in the auction? West has a opening bid and East has a good raise to 2 hearts. And your partner has a 19 count and you have 7. So you've got 26 between you. West can't have an opening 1 heart bid. Can East have a good raise to 2 hearts? Who's more likely to be messing about here? Well, it's going to be West, isn't it? Pass. You're incentivized to open light in 3rd if you can. And whether you open 1 heart or 2 hearts or psych or something. So it's probably West that's not got their bid. Generally here, East doesn't want to psych a 2 diamond bid because they don't know it's not your hand yet. So if East had like a 0 count or a 1 count with heart support, they wouldn't necessarily show a good raise. They'd probably just preempt. So it's likely that West is messing about here. And if West is messing about, where are the missing high cards? Well, you're effectively missing 3 queens. You're missing the queen of spades, the queen of diamonds, and the queen of clubs. Now, if, for example, if the club finesse is onside, it's possible that West has a remaining queen. What does that give East? King of hearts and 2 queens. Not sure that's a good raise, but maybe they think it is. That if West has the queen of clubs, you know now the queen of diamonds is offside. So which queen do you really want West to have? Well, you kind of want West to have one of the minor suit queens, you'd think. But let's see if we can make it depending on who's got what. So imagine that East has, the worst case scenario, both black queens. What squeeze do we need to catch East in to make this contract? Because the issue is, South's got no entries in the black suit, so you can't do a regular squeeze. And East has got both threats guarded after the hand with the threats. And North's got effectively the ace king of spades and the ace king of clubs. And so the only squeeze that works when this is the case, when this is the layout, when both threats are in the north hand and both menaces are in the north hand and East guards both of them, is a trump squeeze. And so to do a trump squeeze, what we need to do is play off effectively 4 rounds of trumps, blocking the clubs. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to discard a club, and because of what other decision we're going to have in the hand, imagine East has both black queens, which is a decent shout here. And remember, if West has the queen of clubs, You could take the club finesse, but then the queen of diamonds is offside, and if it doesn't drop, well, you've got no play. So if you're playing West for the queen of clubs, you need to play East for queen doubleton diamond. That's the only way you can make it at that point. But then you've got another issue, which we'll talk about in a sec. So what's going to happen is, imagine we draw 4 rounds of trumps, and on the 4th trump, we throw the 6 of clubs away in dummy. What does East throw now at this point? When East has 6 cards left and dummy's got 4 spades, the ace, king, jack, and ace, king, tight of clubs. East has to come down to 6 cards. If they come down to only 3 spades, we can rough the queen of spades out, which means they have to come down to 2 clubs, and then the queen of clubs is falling, and we rough a spade to get back to our winning clubs. So that's how the trump squeeze is going to work when we do it, if we do it. So the other decision we have is, could East have all 3 queens or not? Now, if East has got all 3 queens, we need to drop the queen of... we need to drop the queen of diamonds. And in doing so, we need to be a bit more careful because, like I said, we need to cash effectively 4 rounds of diamonds. And the issue is, if we drop the queen of diamonds with East, we're in the wrong hand to play the 4th round of diamonds. We have to go diamond to the ace of diamonds, diamond to the king, jack of diamonds. And then we don't have an entry to the south hand without kind of destroying some of our threats to play the last trump. And then we're relying on the club finesse. So what's more likely? East has the queen doubleton diamond and the queen of clubs is onside, or West has the queen of diamonds to any length and East has both black queens. I think if East has all 3, we're just going to struggle a bit too much, although it is possible double dummy if that's the case. I think it's just a bit too unlikely because you need specifically queen doubleton. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play for that first option, and we don't want to cash the ace of diamonds first because, again, like I said, we need to cash 4 rounds of diamonds before, so that on the squeeze card is the 4th diamond effectively. So we're going to go diamond and we're going to take the finesse. Now if this loses, we're going off, but the same squeeze works. If he still has both black queens, we still get them. And it wins. And then we play the king of diamonds and everyone follows, which is good, which means now the 8 of diamonds gets East to throw 1 spade away. Now what's East's shape? Well, initially East had 3 hearts and 2 diamonds, so they had 8 black cards. Now they've got 7 black cards left. And on this last diamond, we're just watching to see what they do. And the good thing about a trump squeeze or a squeeze against people who aren't expecting you to squeeze them is at this point, East has everything guarded. They've not discarded falsely here. They've not thrown a spade from... they've not thrown a spade from 4 spades at this point. They probably had 5 of them. And at this point, East is squeezed. And especially if they take any sort of time to discard here, you know you've got them. And basically, you've got an option as to what to play for here. Is East going to unguard the queen of spades? If East throws a spades, we're going to play ace, king and rough a spade. And hopefully the jack's good. And if East plays a club, we're just going to play for the queen of clubs to fall. So what does East do? They played a club, and I think that's fair. What they're doing is keeping parity with dummy. So now we expect that if East had the queen of clubs initially, that it's falling. And it might be that East had 3 small clubs initially and West had queen doubleton. So that might not be a problem. So we're going to play club. Club, and the queen falls and our hand is high, so we rough ace, king and spades, rough a spade, and a jack of clubs is going to be our last trick. So just to show you how the other situation lies, if we just go back a bit, so this is the squeeze card, and let's just look at the whole hand. Let's imagine that East is squeezed at this point. It's a trump squeeze, and even though both threats are in the north hand, as in all the high cards and stuff, the fact that you've still got a trump in your hand as an entry to either get your clubs or rough the spades good, and that's effectively what you're squeezing East out of, the roughed queen of spades out, or an entry back to your jack of clubs if they bear the clubs. So if East throws a spade away, what we now do is we play for East to have squeezed and have discarded from the queen of spades, and now we play a spade to the ace. We play the king of spades, and then we rough the queen of spades out, and you can see that the north hand is high now. I've got ace, king of clubs, and the jack of spades. So if you go to the full hand, exit, rewind, there's the full hand. You can see actually that the bidding has helped us. If West passes initially, you might not even get to 5 diamonds. You might get to 3N, which doesn't make. a heart lead to the king and the 10 of hearts through beats it. Or you probably don't find the trump squeeze. So the bidding helped if you did make it. And the decision is you do have a slightly other line of trying to drop the queen doubleton diamond offside. I think there is a way to get the same squeeze off if that's the case, or maybe just rely on the club finesse, but it's a bit too specific a situation, I think. The other argument for doing that is, has East really got a good race to 2 hearts? I don't think so. I think 2 hearts should be like 8 to 10, 9 to 10. You're not quite there, I don't think, not without a singleton or a 4th heart. So that was Squeeze of the Week. I hope you enjoyed it. It was in a teams match that we were playing in, and thanks Matthew Brown for showing me that. It was quite interesting. I spotted the trump squeeze quite early, actually. I was pretty happy. So yeah, there we go. Thanks to subscribers. I am going to try and keep doing videos. The eBridge Cup is coming out. I think we start today, actually, don't we? Yeah, so we're starting doing that today. I'm going to film that, but I can't release that until the hands are dead. So I can't release any of that until the week is over, I'm afraid. So watch this space for that. That's coming up, and hopefully I do myself justice. And I will see you next time. Let me know if you like the hand, and there'll be some more coming. Farewell.